Cadre. I have no idea if you guys are going to be here today, but I feel like I want to make a little music, so we're making a little music. Because why the hell not? I have nothing specific crazy going on. I just working on music and thought, well, I might as well stream while I do it. See who wants to come hang out. So, over to the DAW. Alright, what do we actually have now? Not sure how this is going to shake out today, but we're going to find out. We're going to find out. My goal in its entirety is to play around and see what makes my brain tick a little bit. I'm going to turn the vocals up just a bit because I'm not convinced I'm loud enough. And I feel like that's a thing I can fix. So. That's better. Alright, now I'm a little bit louder. Super useful. If I'm too loud, I'm sure someone will tell me. How do we want to work this? So for now, let's just solo here. I can mix in a... I'm so smart. Just maybe. I could, I don't know. Keep the, vocals soloed too, if I'm going to solo a track. Like a crazy person. Right. So I really like that piano, but it might be a touch too dark to start with. So let's go and make some changes. This is sound paint. Well, this isn't sound paint, but what you'll see in a second is sound paint, which is one of the greatest toys ever to run across or come across my virtual desk. The amount of built-in badassery in sound paint is kind of ridiculous. It's just a super powerful sample engine which I can use to import my own sounds or all of the awesome ones that I've bought over the last couple of years. Let's brighten that up. Yeah. There are always ways to play. Finding the right one is really the key. So right now, as much as I like this tone, and I do, I might just swap it out because as cool as the effects are, I don't think it's quite what I'm looking for. So, we're going to make some changes all the way across the board. And I think I'm going to probably play with a synth. Just because there's a lot of awesome synth parts. that I have picked up over the years with sound paint. I love the 1928 a lot. It's a beautiful piano, but I think we're going to do something else. Zoop. All right. Let's see here. Incidentally, if you haven't seen it already, I have no idea who or if people are here. So, if you're here and you want to say hello to the blind guy, which would be me, for those of you who have yet to make my acquaintance and stumbled on me, just go ahead and type !say before your message in chat, and then I'll actually, hear it, because text-to-speech. No, I don't want to pulse. Let's go out of here for a second. Hello, how are you? Thanks for dropping by. I have no idea. I don't expect you're hearing my accessibility software. I'm using a program called Zoom Text that blows it up nice and big for me and also does text-to-speech. I believe I have it set so the stream doesn't pick up on that, but if it looks like I'm going like mega slow, that would be why. Let's see. Oh, that would be why that's so ugly and long listed. How about we bring it back to library? Awesome. Well, glad you got off work, and hi. I appreciate you dropping by and looking to spend a little bit of time. Always appreciated. Let's see. Kind of in the mood for something a little bit, I don't want to say melancholy, that's like the wrong word. It's also my go-to on so many things. But thinking something kind of Nordic. Let's see. Let's start playing around. Too ambient, I think. That's a little too big. Let's see what else we can play with. Oh, it's ridiculous, right? You can do all sorts of awesome cinematic shit with this program, and just the tools in here. I've got so many crayons to play with, right? So I just have to make sure not to eat them. Well, that's interesting. it's not full enough, but it's awesome, right? Like, what a cool sound. Exactly. Perfect ambient, ridiculous badassery. I'm gonna cheat just a little bit to speed the process along. So, because I'm a cheater who cheats. Boom. Let's just see this. As soon as it finishes loading. I believe in you. It's usually super fast, but of course now I get to play the performance anxiety card. I swear to God, this never happens. One more time. I was in the zone and didn't quite catch that. Ah, nice. All right, so check this out. Yeah, I'm kind of feeling that. Like, I'm feeling that shit. So, this is what we're going to do. On this channel, I'm just going to go ahead and record that and lay it out. And then we will build a track from there, because my agenda today is to just hop in and make some music. Super involved, right? I am super highbrow here. Let's do that. Huh. Did I do something stupid? I feel like I did something stupid. What did I do? I did something stupid. That's what I did that was stupid. First day of my new brain, don't mind me. Alright, that's going to be super useful. Okay, let's run this. Nah, it's all me. I am dumb like that. So... Nah, I don't like that. I feel like that's off. Let's run that again. All right. I think we knew better than that. I think that's where we start. No, I don't like that. Nah, that cuts too quick. That's exactly it. I've got different keys set for different versions of the rhythm, which is why you're getting the individual instrumentation and individual notation on it. And I'm just playing with that and a filter cut and the occasional mod wheel, just to move between them in a way that's interesting and smooth. Now I could take any one of these and stretch it one note so that it plays either the same note or the exact same pattern with different notes all the way across the board. So I could make that happen in SoundPaint, but right now what I want is the dynamic shift between them. I want to build that puzzling track up, and I'm just kind of trying to vibe into where I want to start and where I want to continue it, because it's super easy to just jump between them, right? So and they're all locked to the beat. They're all locked to the same percussive overall vibe. But yeah, they're all very different. So I'm just kind of trying to find the right vibe to lock into on this. We're still building as we go. So, like, here's an example. I'm going. And then from there, we're out of that rhythm and that exact pattern set. And I could stretch that all the way across the keyboard, or I could play with it like this. And right now, we're in exploration mode, so it's like that. All right, let's try with the tick. Can do better than that. And this is half the fun, this composing side of things. It's a sketch. I'm alright with that as a sketch. Now, let's do this. Alright, let's see what that turns into. Yeah. Yep. Let's nuke you. And you. Right. And are we good? We are not. I don't like the way that sounds with this. So, let's try something else. You know what? Yeah, it's not gonna fit. That's okay. It's just not what we want, and that is all right. Let's see what happens when we put a little bass in its place. Yeah, no, there's no way around this. It's going to have to be a synth part. And that's alright. I'm not scared of adding a synth part. Everything else is just going to feel weirdly dead until I get some mid-range in here. And I'm trying to avoid switching over to the guitar directly, but I may have to do that. We'll see. Let's see. I really like the rhythm there. I just know that it's not quite where I need it to be. So I'm looking for something with a little more body, a little more warmth, a little more... It's almost the sort of crunchy guitar range, but it's not quite what I want, right? I'm looking for something with a little more oomph, a little more body, which is why I'm leaning back toward going the synth road. Which brings us right back to where we started. Although I suppose I could go supercluster with it, which is an ambience. Let's see. Let's start the journey here. I thought I killed you. I will come back to that in a second. Alright, so now I'm playing around like a jerk. Let's try that again. So are you home or are you on your drive home? I know. I know. I'm a monster. It shames me. Let's try that again. Fine. Fine. It's very funny. I love Supercluster. It's just weird and galactic and cool. So, this instrument, no joke, they have measured the different EM literal resonances of things in the solar system. So, literally here in our solar system, as well as I believe beyond, but certainly within our solar system, everything has its own real deal magnetic resonance. But it's like an order of magnitude that I can't easily count or reference below the range of human hearing. But because we now have scientific instruments that have recorded those sounds, and we have technology like this, the folks that created this engine and made this instrument went in and pitched it like thousands and thousands of octaves up so that it actually is within the range of human hearing, which is how we get these things. These are the resonances of the things you see as names that are now pitched up to within the range of human hearing. Literal sounds of the sun and asteroids and Venus and so on and so forth. Right? Yep. Let's do stuff that's loud. That's kind of fun. It's too much for this, but it's kind of fun. Geez, that's not pure 80s, right? I feel like I'm in an 80s random movie now just with that effect. That's pretty funny. Right? Exactly. Space is a thing that this sounds like. God, that's super fun. It's so easy to get lost in this. Yeah. Anytime you get a bounce like that, it makes Glissando stuff just linger perfectly. Let's play with that. I think that's a good place to start. Okay, let's mess around here. I like the part, but the attack is too slow, how quickly the notes hit. So, let's fix that. Bingo. Slow that down. I think that's already a little bit of an improvement. So, let's do something interesting just to see what we can play with. Yeah. Let's hear it. So I'm dumb, because the first thing I changed was on the drum side, the percussion side, like a dumb. Because I'm a dumb. Let's fix that. Because otherwise I'll be starting on a whole new thing with that new synth sound. Which is fine, but sad. Boom. That should resolve the problem. There we go. I did not want that recorded that way. Nope, I grabbed the wrong one. Interesting, but still the wrong one. Shouldn't be quite as bad as watching paint dry, but sometimes watching me do production work at all, composition work I should say at all, can be tremendously boring. That too is okay. Because I wanted to do something randomly creative today, and I thought this is a good time to stream for the sheer hell of it. I'll do random creative stuff while I stream. I'm glad. I may change and stick with that. I'm gonna change and stick with that. Alright, let's go back to the beginning. I think this is a good start. That's going to be fun to play with. But first of all, let's get you off my screen. All right. Idea. Time to change tools. So. Perfect. That is what I need. 1 second. Hold, please. I know, right? Come here, Mr. Capo. There we go. All right. Hello, the fish. I blow kisses at you. Mwah. Let's come down here. Excellent. I love how excited you sounded too. She blows kisses back! Ah! Let's try this again. Skip super close to it for a second. That is not going to work here. So, off you go. Alright. Where this is starting to go. Sometimes simple is the best way. All right, now. Hi, Mr. Guitar. I mean, fair. If you're gonna pick a razor, I think Occam's is your best brand choice. Let's do this. Because I want a little dirt here. Fair. That's fair. I can accept that answer. It's gonna get loud for a second while it loads. It should be like that sometimes. Roger. I'm sorry, why are you making that noise? That's why. Alright. Let's try that shit again. Excellent. Let's try that again. It's got room. It's got room to breathe, right? I feel like we're moving in an interesting direction with it. I'm not sold that this is gonna work, aside from just a thing to jam along with. But mainly because the whole current song in its form with the percussion is just running on an E minor to a G. There's only so much room there, right? Like, ironically, that's the verse for "I Will Wait." Right? Or I should say the chorus. Then we roll into that C, though, and there's no room for a C in the rhythm we currently have. It just bounces between the E minor and the G. Silly, crazy shit. Give me 1 second, because while this is interesting, I want to show you guys something else. There we go, and now we're back. Just like that. Okay, you bring up you a little bit. Boom. Alright, better. So, stuff I started doing after the show on Saturday led me to this. Oh, that was super helpful. Look at how cool that was. Nothing. Haha. Let's try that again. You first. Already I like that a lot. But it gets better. We have our space guitar. And then you're not loud enough. That's not gonna work. Now we're getting somewhere. So. let's do that. A little bit of string behind the piano, never hurt anybody. There's something just kind of warm having the strings play around on the legato side of things and having the, as you call it, the space guitar, and then having everything set for the piano to do that wonderful ambience in the background. Like, I love the balance. Oh, and that's without. That's what I'm going with, at least. Doing the job. Because you're all the way down. That's better. So we wind up with gotta fix that E. That low E doesn't want to hit right. So. Have to get used to how that balances out, but I really like the layout. Well, I think what I'm going to do is do that. Hello. And I think I'm going to get ready and sign off, unless anybody has anything specific they want to talk about or ask about or sing about or dance about or impersonate Elvis about. Yes, hello. Thought it would be mildly more interesting to actually show you guys what I was doing rather than just making you sit there watching my face go as I stare at the screen. My pleasure. What were you writing? I feel like that's an important question. So tell to me, what were you writing? I cannot wait to hear the news of what the writing you are writing. Just breaking all of the things. Or have you already gone away and I will no longer know what you are writing? Then I will be sad. And I don't want to be sad. Huh. Like, oh my God, land! So, So first of all, I like that. Let's start there. But my liking it notwithstanding, right, and this could be anything from some cataclysm broke the world to literally we have always been here. We didn't know there was land below because initially we didn't have a reason to. Which really just all depends on the way you want to write stuff, which is neat. I am excited. I am also back at writing this week. Okay. An absolutely valid and potentially really interesting choice. It still begs the question, of course, what's the cataclysm? And it also begs the question, who are the gods? And it also begs the question, oh, great God, TBD will fix everything. So I get water on my face because I don't know how to drink. You literally could go old school, Phoenix, Leviathan, and... Right, exactly. You could go literally Phoenix, Leviathan, and Behemoth. But there are a million ways to take that. You could literally go Snuffleupagus. Leviathan, Phoenix, Rubber Ducky. Well, indeed. Indeed. That motherfucker never brings me spaghetti, therefore I disavow him. So, what I'm gonna do going forward, I think... So, what I think I'm going to do going forward, there'll still be the occasional during the week things like this, but I don't want to sort of saturate everybody on Facebook every 5 minutes. I'm doing a thing! So, I'm going to only advertise to the FB community on like once to twice a month, but I'm going to do streams every week again, now that I have the rig set up, the new camera set up, the new microphone, the new computer, the new all of it. It puts me in a position where I can go back and start streaming again. I only stopped because I had to. But also with this text-to-speech thing, while it's wonderful to have everyone's lovely and talented favorite friendly neighborhood Viking, or she who must be obeyed, to hang out and babysit the stream, I no longer require it, strictly speaking, because of the bot. So that's neat. FT dubs. It's not quite Sigma level energy, but we're in the Chad zone, I think, is where we are with this particular level of accessibility. Because, honest to God, prior to this, I really was like major NPC energy. Somebody else do the thing, please? Like, just saying. I feel like we're in the Chad zone. Which is nice, because I don't want to be in the NPC zone. All right. I am going to make with the bouncing. It was lovely and awesome to hang out and do stuff and yeah. Well, she is right. That should happen. I also love your face.